Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. No matter where you're at in the world, welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's live commentary of a Major League Baseball game. Tonight, we are going to be featuring the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The views and opinions are ours and are not affiliated with the Major League Baseball Players Association or their sponsors. We'd like to welcome everybody to our coverage. We will carry this game tonight, and we will do some more during the week. Our main programming is of the NPB and the Japanese league that we call games for late into the evenings. But we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome everybody. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes with today's starting lineups. We're glad you were with us and that you could be here to listen to our call of the game. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to give you tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visitors from Atlanta. Leading off and playing second base will be Ozzie Albies. Batting second in right field, wearing number 12, is Jorge Soler. Batting third is the first baseman, wearing number 5, Freddie Freeman. In the cleanup spot, playing third base, wearing number 27, is Austin Riley. Batting fifth and doing the catching, wearing number 16, is Travis d'Arnaud. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, wearing number 7, is Dansby Swanson. Batting seventh and in left field, wearing number 14, is Adam Duvall. Batting eighth and playing in center field, wearing number 22, is Jock Peterson. And batting ninth and doing the pitching will be number 50, Charlie Morton. And they're going to face the right-handed slants of Walker Buehler. Buehler comes into tonight's action posting a 13-2 record on the season, with a 2.02 ERA. Walker Buehler is definitely in contention for a Cy Young Award, and obviously how he will perform in the month of September will cement that his case if he's able to bring that home. Now we have the starting lineup for the home team from Los Angeles, the Dodgers. They are going to roll out this starting 9 this evening, beginning with second baseman wearing number 10, Trey Turner. Batting second is the first baseman wearing number 13, Max Muncy. Batting third in right field wearing number 50 is Mookie Betts. Cleanup spot and playing third base wearing number 10 is Justin Turner. Batting fifth and playing shortstop wearing number 5 is Corey Seager. Batting sixth and doing the catching wearing number 16 is Will Smith. Batting seventh in left field wearing number 11 is A.J. Pollock. Batting eighth and playing in center field wearing number 35 is Cody Bellinger. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is number 21, Walker Buehler, and they're going to face Charlie Morton, who is having a fine season himself this year. Charlie Morton is off to a 12-5 start, although he does have a little bit of a higher earned run average, as Morton is posting a 3.60 ERA on the season. And he takes to the hill tonight for the visitors from Atlanta. Well, those are the starting lineups for tonight. We are going to be back in just a couple minutes, and we'll be giving you all the call. We're glad you're with us, and hopefully you can stick around for tonight's action. So here we go. Here is a couple of bills that we got to pay, and here are some information for you guys as well.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spun Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just a few minutes away from the first pitch, and we'll be back in just a couple moments. We're glad you have tuned in with us. It'll be the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers going head-to-head. Here's a message from our friend, Steve Rademacher.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. We are just about ready to get this one underway. The Los Angeles Dodgers are just making their way out onto the field, and Walker Buehler is going to be completing his tune-up tosses, and we'll be ready to get going. Ozzie Albies is going to be the leadoff hitter for the Braves, and be followed by Jorge Soler and Freddie Freeman. We'll catch up on some other scores from around the major leagues. Ozzie Albies is a switch hitter. There is only two other left-handed hitters in the Braves lineup tonight, Freddie Freeman being one and Jock Peterson the other. A very right-handed heavy lineup to face Walker Buehler. And one of the things that we've noticed about the ball clubs tonight is the number of home runs that the Atlanta Braves and also the Dodgers have in their complemented in their batting order. Tonight, the Atlanta Braves, outside of the pitcher, with the 8 positional players, they have 6 players who have 20 or more home runs. The only 2 players that don't fit into that class are Travis d'Arnaud, who's only got 4 on the season, and Jock Peterson has 15, but he probably will join that club between now and the end of the season. So Walker Buehler, who's had his best month of the season so far in the month of August, has just completed his tosses, and we are about to get this one underway. Buehler, right-hander, has played his college baseball at Vanderbilt University. He won a College World Series in 2014. He's also got himself a World Series under his belt with the victory last year. And we're ready to get this one rolling. And the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the first pitch is at 7:11 p.m. Pacific time. And count is quickly 0-1 on Ozzie Albies. Albies steps up the plate. He's hitting .260 on the season with 23 homers and 86 runs batted in. There's a breaking ball that missed side, and the count is now 1-1. Albies has some wheels. He's got 17 stolen bases on the season. Buehler gets the sign from his battery mate, Will Smith. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Camping out underneath it is the left fielder, A.J. Pollock. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to be 1 up and 1 away here for the Braves in the top of the first inning. Now coming to bat for is the right fielder, Jorge Soler. Go around the defensively for the Dodgers. We start in the outfield. We go from left to right. The left fielder is A.J. Pollock. The center fielder is Cody Bellinger, and the right fielder is Mookie Betts. Here comes the first pitch to Soler. It's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and the count is 0-1. In the infield from first to third, we've got Max Muncy at first. The second baseman tight is Trey Turner. Corey Seager is the shortstop. Third baseman is Justin Turner. Holding it down behind the plate is Will Smith. And of course, Walker Buehler on the mound. So no balls and 1 strike to Soler, and here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball. And that is taken for a ball, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Soler. Buehler rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers, and it is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to third. It's neatly fielded by Justin Turner. He fires over to first, and that is going to retire Soler. It's going to go down as a ground out. 5-3 for out number 2 here in the top of the first inning. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Freeman on the season is hitting .296. He's got 28 homers and 72 runs batted in. As the summer has heated up, so has Freeman. He's hit .373 over his last 14 games. And here's the pitch from Buehler. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Buehler goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that runs off the plate. And the count is now even at 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Freeman. That was a 2-seam fastball at 91 miles an hour. Had a little bit too much run. Here comes the 1-1. That's a sinker swung on. It's grounded to short. Seager makes the play just to the left of second base. He flips it over to first. That is going to retire Freddie Freeman for out number 3 here in the first inning. So for the Atlanta Braves, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Through a half inning in Los Angeles, it is the Atlanta Braves nothing. The Los Angeles Dodgers coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes with the call at the bottom of the first inning. We're glad you can join us, whether you're live or on delay.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Thanks a lot, Steve. We're moving to the bottom of the first inning, and it is going to be leading off for the Dodgers. It'll be Trey Turner, followed by Max Muncy and Mookie Betts. Face the right-hander Charlie Morton, who's making his 27th start of the season. Brings a 12-5 record to the table, and we're ready to get the bottom of the first underway. And the first pitch from Morton is a 2-seam fastball at 96 miles an hour for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1 on Trey Turner. Morton is a bit of a side saddler. He works from the windup. He kicks and delivers, and there's a 97 mile an hour fastball fouled away, and the count is 0-2. Morton has certainly been a much better pitcher over the latter part of his career, certainly with the Tampa Bay Rays and the Houston Astros. There's a pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into center field. Moving over underneath it is the center fielder, Jock Peterson. He's going to make the grab. And that is going to put Turner away for the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Max Muncy. Max Muncy is having himself a fine campaign this year. He's batting .261. He's got 29 homers and 77 runs batted in. He hit his 29th homer last night off of Drew Smyly. That was his 29th of the season. He's one shy of 30. Morton gets the sign from his catcher, d'Arnaud. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. Muncy, a very disciplined hitter at the plate, able to work counts. There's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner, and it's now 1-1 to Muncy. Muncy's a two-time All-Star. This year he is flirting with almost as many walks as strikeouts. There is a bit of a difference. There is a breaking ball, and it looks like it looked like it hit Muncy, but it looked like it caught the knob of the bat. So it's actually a foul ball, and the count is going to be 1-2. He sort of went to check his swing. With Muncy's 29 homers, he's tied for second in the National League in home runs. So right-hander against the left-hander. Morton gets the sign. He rocks into the motion. There is a fastball, and it's half swung on by Muncy, and it is called a third strike by the home plate umpire, and that is going to be out number 2 here for the Dodgers in the bottom half of the first inning. Working the plate tonight is Jeff Nelson. It's Manny Gonzalez, the umpire at first. John Lipka is the second base umpire, and Mike Eastabrook is holding down third base this evening. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Mookie Betts. Betts is hitting .271 on the season. He's got 18 homers and 45 runs batted in. Betts digs in on the right side and gets ready to go to work. First pitch from Charlie Morton is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Betts. Morton goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers, and there's a pitch swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0-2 to Mookie Betts. So Betts is in the hole. Morton working quickly from the windup. It's a sign from his catcher, d'Arnaud. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, and that's fouled away over on the first base side. The count remains 0-2. Last night, Mookie Betts' mother was in attendance and threw out the first pitch of the ball game. Of course, Mookie last night hit a homer himself, and there's a breaking ball swung on. It's tapped over to third. Austin Riley fields it on the run. He fires to first, and that is going to do it. Goes down as a ground out, 5-3 for out number 3 here in the first inning. So for the Los Angeles Dodgers, they go 3 up and 3 down. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're moving to the top of the second inning. It is the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing, the Atlanta Braves nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the top of the second inning. Here's our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel. He's a big supporter of ours.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Be sure to check out Matt Hollis's channel, another Hollis build. He is a big supporter of ours. We'll be back in just a moment with the call at the top of the second inning. Hang tight, everybody. It's nothing between the Braves and the Dodgers.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spunt Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the second inning. It is going to be Austin Riley, Travis d'Arnaud, and Dansby Swanson to face Walker Buehler. It is going to be the heart of the batting order. And they've got both teams were down a 1-2-3 in their halves of the first inning, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here's the first pitch from Bueller. It is a fastball swung on and it is driven foul down the left field line. Austin Riley really was able to turn on that pitch, but that just goes for a strike number one. So 0-1 to Riley. Bueller gets the sign, kicks and delivers. There's another one that's fouled away. Count is quickly 0-2. Bueller's got some pretty good stuff tonight. He's got an electric fastball. And he's also got some good movement on his pitches. Here's the pitch to Riley. It is a breaking ball. It peeled down to first base, and the first base umpire said he went, and that is going to retire Riley for the first out of the second inning. So 1 up and 1 away here in the second. That's going to bring up the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud on the season is hitting .223. He's got 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. There's a fastball delivered. It is swung on. It is hit deep to right field, going back on the warning track, up against the wall. And Mookie Betts is going to make the catch in right field as he slams into the fence for out number 2. A really good play by Mookie to keep his concentration as he runs into the wall. d'Arnaud hit that ball to the deepest part of right field you could. And Betts comes up with 330 some odd feet of defense to help his pitcher out. He doesn't make that play. That's definitely into the seats. And that is 2 up and 2 away here in the second inning. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Swanson on the season is batting .265 with 25 homers and 77 runs batted in. First pitch is an off-speed pitch down in the dirt. The count is 1-0. Bueller gets the sign from his catcher, Smith. He works quickly, and there's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Dansby Swanson. Swanson's got a career high in both the home run and RBI department. Bueller goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball. This is inside. They appeal down to first, but the first base umpire said he didn't go, so now we've run the count to 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Dansby Swanson. Bueller gets the sign from his catcher, Smith. There's a fastball that misses low and away, and he's just served up a 2-out walk to Swanson. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Adam Duvall. Well, it looks like the gamblers are in the house. Somebody says that they've bet $147 on the Braves tonight. Well, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Certainly Adam Duvall will have something to say about it. This season, he's 5 for 18 against the Dodgers. Duvall is only batting .224 on the season, so he's inserted in the lineup, and they're betting on his past performance. There's a fastball from Bueller that misses upstairs. That's 5 pitches in a row now for Bueller. He's thrown for balls. Bueller does have a lot of life on his pitches. There's a lot of movement on his fastball, a lot of arm side run, a little bit of depth. Gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and delivers, and it's a fastball that misses outside. That's 6 in a row now from Bueller to Braves hitters. For those of you who are keeping their eye on the out-of-town scoreboard, the San Francisco Giants are trailing the Brewers 4-0 in the top of the third inning. Win tonight for the Dodgers is going to even stuff up. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. Joey Wagner, the Steelers streamer, says, heck of a play by Betts. It was a fantastic play by Mookie Betts, having to move to his right, ran out of real estate, and was able to come up and make the play. Be able to concentrate as that wall's coming up. So here comes the 2-0 pitch to Duvall. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Count is now 2-1. If Duvall finds a way on, he'll be followed by Jock Peterson, the center fielder. It's another beautiful night for baseball in Chavez Ravine. For those of you who've had the opportunity to be at Dodger Stadium, it's Nice place, good sight lines to see games. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Adam Duvall. Buehler looks in at his catcher, Will Smith. He gets a sign. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Duvall for the 3rd out in the 2nd inning. So for the Atlanta Braves, there was no runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. We're moving to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is the Atlanta Braves nothing, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We're glad you're with us. And we're going to give you a little bit more of our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel when you get a chance. We won't hold it against him that he's a Padre fan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is going to be the heart of the Dodger batting order to face the right-handed slants of Charlie Morton. It'll be Justin Turner, Corey Seager, and Will Smith to get things going. We're glad you guys could make it in tonight. It was a fantastic defensive play by Mookie Betts. He'll be all over, I would expect it to be all over SportsCenter tonight, as he was able to help his pitcher out by moving right to the base of the fence in a right field to haul in that ball, and to be able to keep his concentration and focus without letting that ball fall down was a fantastic play by Betts. So we're back at it here with Turner to lead it off. Turner on the season is hitting .280. He's got 21 homers and 70 RBIs, and he takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. 1-0 to Turner. Turner's appeared in 121 games this season. This is going to be 122. There's a breaking ball from Morton that catches the outside corner, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Morton working quickly with nobody on base. He kicks and delivers. It's another breaking ball, and that one is down and away. And the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Charlie Morton with the Atlanta Braves this year. This is his first year with Atlanta. There's a fastball taken inside for a ball. The count is now 3-1. He actually began his major league career with the Atlanta Braves before moving on to Pittsburgh for a number of years. There's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This is lifted down into left field down the line. Racing over to get it is the left fielder Duvall. He's going to fire it back into the shortstop Swanson, and that's going to hold Justin Turner to a double. So Turner on a 3-1 pitch yanks it down into the left field corner. He is aboard to lead off the 2nd inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop Corey Seager. Back to Charlie Morton. He began his career with the Atlanta Braves. He was originally a 3rd-round pick way back in 2002. He was then offloaded to the Pittsburgh Pirates. He went to the Phillies, Houston, Tampa. But it's really been after his trade from Philadelphia that he's had the best years of his career. Certainly 2 years in Houston, he was 29-10. And then with the Tampa Bay Rays, he was 18-8 over the 2 seasons there. Here's the first pitch to Seager. It is a fastball, and it is taken for a ball. They appeal down to the 3rd base umpire. And the 3rd base umpire says he went. So that is a strike to Corey Seager. Seager on the season is hitting .272 with 7 homers and 35 runs batted in. And the pitch from Morton. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away down the first baseline. That quickly runs the count to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Seager also last night cashed in on the home run party off of Drew Smyly. There were 4 home runs last night delivered by Dodger hitters. He had one of them. Morton gets the sign from his catcher, d'Arnaud. And now Seager has asked for time. The base runner, Turner, at second base, rolling through a number of sequences of signs. So here we go again. He gets the sign, and again, Corey Seager asks for time and steps out. Morton and d'Arnaud are definitely not on the same page right now. So Morton gets back on the rubber. He gets the sign from his catcher. And again, Corey Seager has stepped out. This is 3 times now Seager has asked for time. Makes you wonder why d'Arnaud just doesn't call time and go out and have a word with his right-hander. Now Morton comes to set at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball, and it misses outside. The count is 1-2. Talk about freezing the hitter. He was freezing the hitter, the base runner, the commentator, the umpire, everybody in the ballpark. And then he delivers a ball outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Seager. Morton gets the sign from his catcher, d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud working off of one knee, even with the runner on base. And there's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Seager is down on strikes for out number 1 here in the second inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, Will Smith. Smith on the season is hitting .270. He's got 22 homers and 65 runs batted in. Smith is a product of the University of Louisville. He was a first-round selection in the 2016 Major League Baseball June draft. He's arguably having the finest season of his career. Right-hander against the right-hander. Morton kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Over Smith's last 5 games, he's batting .500 with 4 homers and 6 RBIs. This is his 3rd full season in the big leagues, but really the first year that he's played pretty much as the everyday catcher. And there's a breaking ball outside. The count is 2-0 to Smith. Smith will be followed by the left fielder, A.J. Pollock. Morton working from the stretch. He checks the runner at second base. He kicks in, he delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. They do have the open base to set up the force, as Pollock waits his turn on deck. Morton gets the sign from his catcher, d'Arnaud. He comes set at the belt. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 3-1. That pitch that he threw there, that had a lot of backdoor run on it. It started away. It looked like it was going to be ball 4. That ball had a lot of arm side run and was able to catch the corner of the plate. The count is now 3-1. Now Morton steps off and going to recycle the signs. The home plate umpire has dropped his indicator. So we're going to do this all over again. 3 balls and 1 strike. Morton gets the sign from his catcher, d'Arnaud. He goes into motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at 96 miles an hour at the knees, taken for a called strike. And the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Morton gets the sign from d'Arnaud. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Very similar to the first strike that Smith took. It looked like it was going to be off the plate, and the arm side run just caught the outer edge of the plate, and you can see it not just on the umpire's view, but also on the K zones. Was able to get quite a bit of the dish. A lot of run on that pitch. They list that as a 4-seam fastball. I have to see it again as it came out of his hand. It sure looked like a 2-seamer to me. But Will Smith stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that go by for out number 2. And that's going to leave it all up to A.J. Pollock here with Justin Turner on second and 2 away. Pollock batting from the right side. He's hitting .299 on the season with 16 homers and 56 RBIs. He takes a first pitch breaking ball over for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Morton. Getting ready to deliver. He gets the sign from his catcher. He comes set at the belt. Checks the runner. Checks the runner again. He kicks and delivers. And there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pollock. Waiting on deck is the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. I was thinking about it earlier today. How many MVPs are batting 8th in their team's batting orders? And certainly the Dodgers have one. Bellinger's been banged up quite a bit this season. Interesting to see if he can come alive for the pennant run here in September and into October. So 1-1 to A.J. Pollock. Morton comes to the set position. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses low, and the count is now 2-1. For those Dodger fans that are out there, I'm sure it's nice to see A.J. Pollock having a healthy season. Is the most games he ever played in his career was when he was an All-Star back in 2015 with Arizona. He played in 157 games. In 2018, he played in 113 games for the Diamondbacks, and that's been the most that he's played. He's had some injuries and has missed some time, but he was a fine outfielder in the Diamondback organization. The problem was he couldn't stay healthy, and there's a breaking ball that misses off the plate. And the count is now 3-1 to Pollock. He was an All-Star and a Gold Glove winner in that 2015 campaign, and after that, it's been tough to stay healthy for Pollock. So here comes the 3-1 pitch from Charlie Morton. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count is now 3-2. That last pitch was like what Will Smith saw twice, where it was a lot of backdoor run, just catching the outside corner of the plate. Count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pollock gets the sign from his catcher. Here's the payoff pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike, and A.J. Pollock knew it. He just started undressing as he was walking away from the plate. So after a leadoff double to Justin Turner, Morton goes on to strike out the side, 2 of them looking. So there was no runs, there was 1 hit, there were no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're through 2 complete at Chavez Ravine. It is the Atlanta Braves nothing, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the top of the 3rd inning. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Raps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Raps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Thank you very much, Steve Rademacher. We appreciate you and your time. And we support your channel as much as he supports ours. Go and check him out. He's got everything from Money Monday to Takeover Tuesday, which is always entertaining, and all kinds of different themes throughout the week. Now back to our ball game that we're covering here. The Atlanta Braves are coming to bat. It's going to be 8-9-1 in their batting order to face Walker Buehler in the third inning. That'll be Jock Peterson, Charlie Morton, and Ozzie Albies. And so we've got, so far, Buehler has not allowed a hit. He's only allowed one base runner. It was Dansby Swanson with a walk last inning. And the first pitch to Peterson is taken for a ball inside. Ball one, it's 1-0. Peterson on the season is hitting .235 with 15 homers and 55 runs batted in. He was acquired before the trade deadline from the Chicago Cubs. And here is the 1-0 pitch from Buehler. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Peterson is in the final year of his contract. He got himself a one-year deal with the Cubs. He's a free agent at the end of this season. Buehler goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on, and it's tapped foul over on the first base side. The count now is 1-2 on Peterson. Of course, Peterson began his career with the Dodgers, and he broke in 2014 at the age of 22. The only time in his career that he was an all-star was his true rookie year, which was in 2015. He's hit over 20 home runs 4 times in his career. And here's the pitch from Buehler. It is a breaking ball that misses down. The count is 2-2 to Peterson. Peterson will be 30 years old next April, before the start of the new season. Buehler, it's his sign. He rocks into motion. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into deep right field. This ball is back, and Mookie Betts is standing on the warning track, and he's going to watch that one sail into the seats. And Jock Peterson has opened up the scoring off his former teammate Walker Buehler with a 2-2 pitch driven deep into the right field stands. That has now put the Atlanta Braves up 1-0. I have to be honest, on that pitch there, he really almost looked like he tomahawked that thing. That pitch was well up in the zone. It was up around shoulder height. He was able to stay on top and be able to lift that thing. And he took it for a ride right into the night sky in Los Angeles. That was about 12 rows deep from our vantage point. And there is a fastball to Charlie Morton that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. So Jock Peterson in a sort of a homecoming to Dodger Stadium, and there's a fastball from Buehler taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Reminds the fans who supported him for all these years with a blast into the right field seats. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2 to Morton. We have one of our supporters has said he thinks that the Dodgers will win by 1. There's a breaking ball that swung on and missed, and Morton goes down on strikes for out number 1 here in the second. Well, certainly the Los Angeles Dodgers being the home team and fighting for first place, they've got a pretty stacked lineup. It's definitely not a getaway day lineup for either team tonight. But it's pretty early here. The Dodgers now have gone a number of innings without scoring a run since they put up those 5 early runs yesterday. There's a fastball swung on and missed by Ozzie Albies, and the count is quickly 0-1. Albies last night, or earlier tonight, he flew out to left field. He is 0 for 1 tonight. And here's the pitch from Buehler. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Bueller gets the sign from his catcher, Smith. He goes into the motion. There's a breaking ball that just misses low, and the count is 1-2. Waiting on deck is Jorge Soler. He'll be followed by Freddie Freeman. As we're at the top of the order, there's a breaking ball swung on. It's tapped down to first. It's fielded by the first baseman, Muncy. He's going to reach and apply the tag, and he nails Ozzie Albies. That is going to be the second out of the inning. It's going to go down in the books as a ground out to 3. It's a tough play. Muncy, playing deep, has to come in ahead of the base to field the ball. It was almost like a swinging bunt as it was past the pitcher, and he applies the tag, and Albies is out. He got him on the shoulder, right across the back, and he was able to finish him off for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Jorge Soler. And here's the first pitch to Soler. It's swung on. It's grounded to short. Seager, moving to his left, fields it. He fires to first, and that is going to be quick work of the rest of the hitters here for the Braves, but not before damage has been done. The Braves get on the scoreboard with a home run from Jock Peterson. They got 1 run in the inning. There was 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We're moving to the bottom of the 3rd inning at Chavez Ravine. It is the Atlanta Braves 1, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call on the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're glad you're here. And be sure to check out our friend Matt running his stuff again tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
We appreciate you, Matt. That's Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel, Another Hollis Build. He's got a lot of entertaining stuff. He does all kinds of things, and I got to say, Matt is now over 800 subscribers. He's got an interesting things going on. He does breaks. He does local stuff as well, where you get an opportunity to see things in his neighborhood. And now we're back to the live action, and the first pitch to Cody Bellinger is swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. It'll be Bellinger, Bueller, and then the top of the order, Trey Turner. Morton again kicks and delivers, and he fires a fastball that's fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. So Morton, with nobody on base, gets the ball, and he goes to work quickly. Here we go. Here comes the pitch from Morton. And we have a guest in here who says he's watching the stream from Taiwan. Welcome. It's great to have you. We have, usually when we do the NPB games at night, we have a Korean baseball fan. He is residing in Vietnam. He's generally a regular. Surprised we don't see him in here tonight. There's a breaking ball to Bellinger that misses low and in, and the count is 1-2. We appreciate the international audience for those who are listening and who do come back and listen to the games on replay. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bellinger. Very upright stance, hitting from the left side, and there is a breaking ball that misses down and in. They appeal down to the third base umpire, but he says he didn't go, and the count is now 2-2. Obviously, it's a different time of day wherever you are at in the world. It's in the evening on the Pacific Coast. There's a breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count has now run full to Bellinger. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Watch that one again on the replay, and it Just missed the outside part. There's a fastball swung on, and it's fouled just back. And the count is going to be still 3-2 to Bellinger. Charlie Martin was at 32 pitches through the first 2 innings of work. He really cruised in the first inning. He was only at 11 pitches. Worked a little bit harder in inning number 2, especially after the leadoff double from Turner. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's taken on a bounce by Freddie Freeman. What a good play by Freeman. He picks that one off, and that is going to retire Cody Bellinger on a ground out to first base. A one-hop shot. Freeman makes a great play. Steps on the bag himself, and that's going to retire Bellinger for out number 1 here in the 3rd inning. That ball was hit right on the screws. Our Taiwanese friend says his bet is on the Braves 1.5 handicap. So here's Walker Buehler. And the first pitch to Buehler is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. On the season, Buehler's batting 191 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And there is a breaking ball swung on, and it's tapped foul just behind home plate. And the count is now 0-2. We do get some of our late-night gamblers come in and make their bets, certainly on the NPB games. Here is the 0-2 pitch, and it is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains 0-2 to Buehler. It's always entertaining when we get people from all over the world who come in to listen. We get different ones from all parts. Certainly, we've had those from Mexico. We've had them from Europe. And there's a fastball that's up in the zone. That is taken for a ball. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and Buehler did well to hold off. And the count is now 1-2 to Buehler. Morton gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and delivers, and it's a breaking ball down in the dirt. The count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morton gets the sign from his catcher. He goes into motion, and there is a breaking ball that misses low. And the count is now 3-2 to his opposite number. Our Taiwanese friend says the MLB is popular here in Taiwan. There's a pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called 3rd strike. And Buehler is down looking for out number 2 here in the 3rd inning. That is the 5th strikeout tonight for Charlie Morton. Our Taiwanese friend says that MLB is popular in Taiwan. It is a very popular sport. Not just that, it is very well played, especially at the younger levels. Even at the collegiate levels, there are some very good Taiwanese players. Here comes the pitch from Morton. It's a changeup swung on and missed to start Trey Turner. The count is 0-1 to Turner. Turner tonight flew out to center field to begin the ball game. He's 0 for 1. He's batting .321 on the season with 20 homers to his name. And there is a 2-seam fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-2. We do get an international audience, but we also get some of the locals from North America as well. Our Taiwanese friend says that the Taiwanese love the MLB and NBA, and there was a fastball that misses low and away, and the count is 1-2. Yes, basketball has become the global game in many ways, and certainly the NBA, its popularity in Asia is huge. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Turner. It's a fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire the Dodgers here in the 3rd inning. For out number 3, that is now going to go in the books as 6 strikeouts through 3 innings for Charlie Morton. So for the Dodgers in their half of the 3rd inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 3 complete. It is the Atlanta Braves 1, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the top of the 4th inning. But until then, check some of this stuff out. Here's some of our memories of the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the fourth inning, and for the Atlanta Braves coming up to bat, it'll be Freddie Freeman, Austin Riley, and Travis d'Arnaud. We've got our friend Eddie Hung, who is in the chat room. Eddie, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You'll be able to see when we're going to be doing the call of more action. We'll be back on again tomorrow, and here's the first pitch fastball taken for a called strike by Freddie Freeman. We do like to try to engage with those who are watching as much as we can. We do appreciate everybody being here. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses low, and the count is 1-1 to Freeman. Eddie says it's a waste of Ohtani's with the Angels because the Angels suck. They should have been in Los Angeles. Here's the pitch from Buehler. It is a ground ball chopped back to the pitcher. He fields it cleanly. He flips it over to first, and that's going to retire Freeman for the first out here in the fourth. That goes as a ground out, 1-3 for out number one. Yeah, unfortunately for Shohei Ohtani, the Angels and their signings, they really don't have any pitching. And the thing that I thought was interesting was that this year in the Major League Draft, in the 20 rounds, the Angels selected 20 pitchers. They did not take one single offensive player. And here's a first pitch breaking ball to Austin Riley, and it's fouled off for strike one. The Angels are definitely a team that could use some pitching. Obviously, Ohtani's having a fantastic season all the way around. But after that, you look at some of the other arms with that group there, and they've really not been able to get guys to pan out. There's a breaking ball that misses for 1-1. Dylan Bundy probably not giving them what they expected. They ended up shipping off Andrew Heaney. I believe he's in the Yankees camp. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Buehler. It's a fastball swung on and tap foul, and the count is 1-2 now to Riley. Riley tonight struck out in his first at bat on 3 pitches. He is 0 for 1. Yeah, Eddie goes on to say Ohtani was like a baseball god in Japanese baseball. Absolutely he was. There is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted over the head of Trey Turner. It's going to get down into center field for a base hit. That is going to be the second hit of the ball game for the Atlanta Braves. Austin Riley is aboard with a 1-out single, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out to right field. It was a great play by Mookie Betts, who caught the ball on the warning track as he ran into the wall, taking away a home run from d'Arnaud in that first at bat. Saw earlier this season that d'Arnaud re-upped for, I believe, a couple of year contract. They extended him, and probably tells you that Shea Langeliers, I believe it was Langeliers, is not ready. And there's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. The catching prospect in their organization. Of course, Travis d'Arnaud, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is ripped into left field. This time it's going to get down, and getting over to play it is the left fielder, A.J. Pollock. And it looks like that Austin Riley is going to come all the way around to score, and that is going to put The Atlanta Braves up 2-0 on a double by Travis d'Arnaud. Where Pollock was playing, they really had d'Arnaud played to the opposite side, and he reached out and was able to pull that one. It was able to get down. Didn't get all the way to the fence. It was a tough pitch. He did well to reach out and get it. It was fair, quite a bit fair, but where Pollock was playing, he was more into the left center field gap. He had to run a long ways to get it. Austin Riley, who's not the most fleetest of foot, was able to come all the way around to score. And d'Arnaud gets himself an RBI, and the Braves are now up 2-0. And that's going to bring Dansby Swanson to the plate. Swanson tonight walked on 4 straight pitches, and he takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Swanson's got 25 homers and 77 runs batted in on the year. He's hitting a cool 265. This is by far the best year of his career. I started to wonder a couple of years ago if Dansby Swanson was a bust. Well, this season here has broken that label. He's no bust. And there's a fastball taken for a called strike on the outside. Hart, and the count is 1-1. Our friend Eddie says history shows the Braves will not make it past the first round of the playoffs. I was listening to a call of one of the games the other night, and there is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to third. It's backhanded by Turner. He fires over to first, and that is going to retire Swanson, but it's going to keep d'Arnaud at second base. He's unable to advance on the ground out, so that goes down as a ground out 5-3. I heard Eduardo Perez talking. Some folks are not always big fans of Eduardo, but Eduardo said his team to make the playoffs are the Phillies. I almost fell off my couch when I heard that, but his rationale was is that the Phillies have the weakest schedule between pretty much about a week ago or so and the end of the season, and he thinks that they've got the best chance to go on a run. I just don't know if the Phillies have the pitching to be able to do that. I do like this Atlanta team. I think the Mets are done in the East. There's a fastball that misses low, and I think that the Braves have done enough to certainly get into the playoffs. Now the question is what can they do when they get there? Well, pitching staff of Charlie Morton and Ian Anderson and Max Fried, those 3 guys right there. It's too bad they don't have Mike Soroka, but those 3 pitchers right there should be able to give the Braves enough to get them over the hump. Here comes the pitch from Buehler. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count now goes even to 1-1 on Duvall. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Buehler gets the sign from his catcher. He goes into the motion. It is a fastball. Misses low at 96 miles an hour, and the count is now 2-1. Should Duvall find a way on base, he'll be followed by Jock Peterson. I'm interested to see how many pitches tonight that Walker Buehler and Charlie Morton have in them. Last night we did that game from Japan, and there's a breaking ball swung on. It's popped up over on the first base side. Lots of room for Max Muncy. He camps underneath it. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the Braves here in the 4th inning, but they get a run on a RBI double by Travis d'Arnaud. So for the Braves, they had 1 run. There were 2 hits in the inning. There were no errors, and 1 runner left the board. We are through 3.5 innings at Chavez Ravine. It is the Atlanta Braves 2, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We've got some stuff we're going to play for you. I'm going to show you a little bit more of our time from Japan, some more Hall of Fame memories.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVlogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. We're moving to the bottom of the fourth inning, and our Korean baseball fan is in the house. We welcome him, and our Taiwanese baseball fan here as well. Charlie Martin begins the bottom of the fourth inning. And he is ready to get this one underway. We got Max Muncy, Mookie Betts, and Justin Turner coming up to face Martin. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Muncy, in his first at bat, he struck out back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1 this evening. And here comes the pitch from Martin. It's a breaking ball, and that misses down and in, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Had the wrong score up there. I had the Dodgers up 1-0 for the longest time. It's actually the Braves that are up 2-0 on our little ticker. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. We appreciate everybody being here and joining us for tonight's call. So we've got 1 ball and 2 strikes to Muncy. Martin goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, but it's fouled away at the feet of d'Arnaud, and we're going to do the 1-2 pitch over again. Well, we were talking about the Braves. In our Taiwanese baseball fan, Eddie, was saying that if they don't win the division, they won't make the playoffs, and you're absolutely right. I think the other 2 playoff teams are coming out of, well, I was going to say coming out of the West, but the way Cincinnati has been playing, and of course, the way that San Diego's not been playing, it's probably going to be a team out of the Central that will make the playoffs. And there is a breaking ball swung on. It is driven to left field. Moving over is the left fielder, Duvall. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Max Muncy here for the first out of the bottom of the fourth inning. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Mookie Betts. So Charlie Martin was at 50 pitches through 3 innings. I started to say in the last inning, we did the call of the game last night between the Oryx Buffaloes and the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. I just have to go back to my notes, but the pitcher for the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters was upwards of around 130 pitches. It was unbelievable. And there is a first pitch fastball to Betts. It swung on. It is driven deep to left field. Moving back to the track is the left fielder, Duvall, and it is gone. A home run for Mookie Betts. Opposite field variety. That's number 19 on the season. And the Dodgers have cut into the Braves' lead. The score is now 2-1 for Atlanta, and Mookie's mom is still in attendance. He's giving up some pretty good stuff. Our Korean baseball fan is asking, do you watch the CPBL too? So Mookie Betts with his home run, that's number 19 on the season for Betts. He's now homered in back-to-back games. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Justin Turner. The first pitch for Turner is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Turner. It's a breaking ball. This one is swung on. It's lifted into shallow left field. Moving to his left to field the ball is Duvall. He picks it up and fires it back in. And Justin Turner is aboard with his second hit tonight. Pitcher last night for the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters was Naoyuki Uesawa. And he was closing in on 130 pitches last night for that Fighters ball club. So Justin Turner is the runner at first. Corey Seager coming to the plate, and there is a one away here. And the first pitch to Seager is a breaking ball that misses down and in. The appeal down to first base, but the first base umpire says no, he didn't go. I see in our chat they're talking about the CPBL. I remember a few years ago there was a pitcher with the Mariners, and then with the, I believe he was with the Baltimore Orioles, or he came from Baltimore to Seattle, and there is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. His name was Ariel Miranda. And if I'm not mistaken, Miranda was in the Korean League, but I definitely know he ended up in the Taiwanese League. And he was applying his trade. And if I'm not mistaken, in the Taiwanese League, there's only 4 teams. So there's a fastball that misses low and away. The count is now 2-1 to Corey Seager. Seager struck out his first at bat tonight. He is officially 0 for 1. Our Korean baseball fan says Chien-Ming Wang won 19 games in 2006. Yeah, he was one of their better players. If I'm not mistaken, the Detroit Tigers had a pitcher from Taiwan named Fu-Tei Ni. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 3-1 to Seager. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Morton gets the aside from his catcher, and now Seager has stepped out again. The first at bat that Seager had, he called 3 times, asked for time on 1 pitch. That was when Justin Turner was on second base. Right now, Turner is the runner at first. Morton holds the ball at the belt. He kicks and he delivers, and that is a ball taken outside. That is going to be ball 4. And Charlie Morton has walked Corey Seager, and that's going to put runners at first and second with 1 away here. That's going to bring up the catcher, Will Smith. Will Smith is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out looking his first time up. Smith digs in on the right side. And here's the pitch from Charlie Morton. It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. As we mentioned earlier, this is the first time that Will Smith has been an everyday catcher. And of course, the way he has played, it really made Keibert Ruiz, who was one of their top prospects in the minor leagues for the Dodgers, expendable. Ruiz was a top-rated catcher, and he was a part of the trade that brought Max Scherzer into Los Angeles. He and Josiah Gray were shipped to the Nationals. Of course, Will Smith and being able to hold it down every day, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-2. Yeah, our Korean baseball fan says Yu Chang is also Taiwanese. Yu Chang, he's with the Cleveland Indians, and of course, he is, I don't know how I would put it. I would think that I don't know if he's underachieving, but he's certainly been getting some opportunities he needs to make better use of. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-2. Eddie says the Japanese baseball stars are better than the Taiwanese in Major League Baseball. And I would agree with that. Trying to remember if it was Chien-Ming Wang that went to, there's a breaking ball that misses low and away, and the count is now 2-2. Wondering if it's Chien-Ming Wang that also spent time in the Marlins organization. If I look him up, Chien-Ming Wang, if it is the same pitcher, I may have seen him pitch but it's not. There was the Taiwanese player who pitched in the and Wong went back-to-back 19-win years in 2006 and 2007 with the Yankees. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains 2-2 to Will Smith. Trying to keep up with our chat here as we go through. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Will Smith. There's 1 out. The runner on first is Seager. The runner on second is Turner. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Braves have a 2-1 lead. Here's the pitch from Morton. It is a breaking ball swung on and tapped foul. Fielded neatly by the third base coach of the Dodgers and flipped into the stands, and the count remains at 2-2. Eddie, our Taiwanese baseball fan, says the NPB is definitely a different level than the KBO and the CPBL. That game last night between the Oryx Buffaloes and the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters ended really bizarre. I would expect that kind of mistake made at a 13, 14-year-old level, but for those of you who weren't around to listen, there's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into left field. Backing up on the ball is the left fielder Duval, and he's going to make the catch. The runners are going to have to hold. And there is now 2 away, and that's going to bring up A.J. Pollock, the left fielder. Starting to tell the story last night, what had happened was there were 2 out, and it was a 3-1 ball game, and the hitter for Oryx absolutely smoked the ball into the right center field gap. And then he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple to end the game. The 3rd out at third to end the game in the top of the 9th inning. If he just cruises into second base, gives the opportunity for the tying run to come to the plate. So some interesting baseball, poor fundamentals to end that game. So here we go. Here's the first pitch to Pollock. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees, swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Eddie, our Taiwanese fan, says that the SoftBank Hawks are the best in the NPB for consecutive years. Absolutely. Steven Ortega in the house says we need the Dodgers to lose. The Giants need to stay in first place. Yeah, I think that the best opportunity, and there's a fastball that misses down, the best opportunity, if you're not a Dodgers fan, is for the Dodgers to get a wild card. That's the best opportunity for the Dodgers to get knocked out of the playoffs. If the Dodgers win the division or catch up to the Giants, I think it's going to be very difficult for the Dodgers not get back to the World Series. I just don't know if there's enough depth with some of the other teams to take them out. But in a 1-game gig, I don't know if I'm the Dodgers if I want to play the Reds or somebody else. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1 to Pollock. Well, I want to thank Steven Ortega for joining us tonight. We appreciate you being here and listening in. So here comes the 2-ball and 1-strike pitch to A.J. Pollock. Morton holds the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses low, and the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Looked like it was going to be a smooth ball game for Charlie Morton as he was pretty much cruising through the first 3 innings of work, and now we've hit the 4th inning, and his pitch count is slowly ratcheting up, and the wheels are starting to fall off here. Morton gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's tapped foul just by the third base bag. Austin Riley fields it in foul territory, and that's going to bring the count to 3-2. The Dodgers just have so much firepower. I'm really shocked that the San Francisco Giants have been able to stay in first place as long as they have been this year. I tip your hat to the Giants. But I just don't think they have enough weapons and enough depth, certainly on the mound, to hold off the Dodgers. Dodgers are going to get hot here in September and probably carry right into the playoffs. I'm not really a Dodger fan. I'm a baseball fan, number one. I'm a Tiger fan, probably number two. Here's the pitch from Morton. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded into the shift where Albies is playing on the left side of second base. He backhands it, fires to first, and that is going to retire A.J. Pollock. It's going to go down as a ground out, 4-3 for out number 3 here in the fourth inning. But the Dodgers get on the board with a home run by Mookie Betts. They had 1 run in the inning. There were 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. We are now through 4 complete innings at Chavez Ravine. It is the Atlanta Braves 2, the Los Angeles Dodgers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the top of the 5th inning. Here's our Matt again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
We want to thank Matt Hollis again. That's Another Hollis Build. When you get a chance, go check out his channel. He's always entertaining. He's got all kinds of stuff. As he said, he does breaks. He is big on his Padres. And he also is got all kinds of barnyard animals around his house that he likes to include in some of his videos. Be sure to check him out. San Diego is a great place to visit. If you've never been there, I highly recommend. In the top of the 5th, coming up for the Atlanta Braves, it's going to be the 8-9-1 hitters in the batting order. That means it's going to be Jock Peterson, Charlie Morton, and Ozzie Albies. And Jock Peterson tonight is 1 for 1. He homered to get the scoring going for the Braves. And the first pitch from Buehler is a breaking ball down, and that is taken for ball 1. Peterson hit that fastball from Buehler. It was shoulder height. It looked like he tomahawked that ball right into the stands. It was about 8 to 12 rows up in right field. Here comes the 1-0 from Buehler. There's a fastball swung on and it is lifted foul on the third base side. The count is 1-1. Our Taiwanese baseball fan Eddie says the Dodgers aren't the defending champions for nothing. Yeah, they are loaded for bear. I mean, you're a starting pitcher looking at that lineup. That is quite the lineup that you're going to have to face. There's a fastball that misses up and away. And the count is now 2-1 to Peterson. I was looking at the Atlanta lineup earlier, and we were saying that 6 of the 8 positional players in the lineup have 20 or more home runs. Well, the Dodgers also are about to boast something similar to that. Right now, they've got 4 players in tonight's lineup with 20 or more. There's a fastball swung on and missed by Peterson, and the count now goes even to 2-2. But knocking on the door, they've got Mookie Betts, who hit his 19th tonight, so he'll get there shortly. And they also have A.J. Pollock at 16. The guys that don't have or are not close are Seager with 7 and Bellinger with 9, and they've been hurt for parts of this year. There's a breaking ball delivered by Buehler. It misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-2 to Peterson. Buehler is probably going to be, I would say he's going to sniff the 7th inning tonight. He's been fairly economical with his pitches. He was at 52 through 4. Here comes the pitch from Buehler. It's a fastball. They go down and they say he did check his swing, says the third base umpire. And Buehler's not happy. We're going to have to get a look at the replay on that one, but Buehler is ticked. And that's ball 4 for Jock Peterson. Still haven't seen the replay on that one yet, but he was given the third base umpire an earful. And here comes the pitcher, Charlie Morton, to bat. Morton is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in the third inning. He's hitting 109 on the season. He squares the bunt, and it's a breaking ball that is taken for a called strike. He did pull back. It looked like he wanted that to pull back on the pitch. So no balls and 1 strike to Morton. He is choked up, and it looks like he's up in the box and up on the plate. He squares again, and that pitch is a breaking ball down in the zone, and the count is 1-1 to Morton. Morton will be followed by the top of the order, Ozzie Albies. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Buehler. He holds at the belt. He kicks, he delivers. Again, Morton squares. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's been times throughout this game where Buehler has lost some command of his fastball. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's bunted down the first base line. Max Muncy picks it up. He flips it over to the second baseman covering. That would be Trey Turner, and that is going to retire Morton. So that's going to go down as a sacrifice. 3-4. It advances Peterson over to second base, and that's going to bring up the top of the order, Ozzie Albies. Albies tonight is 0 for 2. He's flown out to left field, and he's grounded out to first in his trips to the plate. The switch hitter is batting from the left side against Buehler. Buehler gets the sign from his catcher. Albies has a really open stance, and right now they've called time, and it's the catcher, Will Smith, who has asked for time. So we're going to do this all over again. Albies is going to get himself dug in, ready to go. Buehler gets the sign from his catcher, Smith. He holds at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It is a fastball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Albies. Just looking at our Taiwanese friend Eddie, he says if the Dodgers or Giants get the wild card win, and they can't face each other in the first round because they're in the same division. That I don't know anymore, Eddie. It used to be the case when they only had the one wild card team, and the wild card team couldn't face the division opponent. But now that they've gone to the 2 wild card teams, I don't know if that's the case anymore. And there's a fastball fouled away by Albies, and the count is 0-2. Be a good question to Google or to look up. I think that has changed, but that was the case. There's a fastball swung on, and Albies has fouled it right off his left kneecap, and he is down in a heap of pain. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and he just fouled it right into his leg. Talk about a long swing. It was his back leg. So that's the trigger foot as it turns, and he got it right on the top of the kneecap, and that is going to hurt. If you've ever fouled the ball off of your shin, or if you've ever fouled the ball off your foot, that is a lot of pain. But to foul it off into your kneecap, oh boy, that's gonna leave a mark. And if you're Atlanta Braves fans, you're sitting at home saying, I hope he's not seriously hurt. I hope he can walk it off and continue on. That is, he is definitely in a lot of pain. And he hasn't really moved. The trainers are out to see him. He's holding it. They're trying to flex it a little bit, but there's not much you can do there. And I'm sure if he got it in the right spot, well, I'm not saying the right spot, but if you got it in a certain spot, you could get a lot of swelling. So it'll be interesting. They're going to get him up and see if he can walk. I don't know if he's going to complete this at bat. Ron Washington is out there talking to him. Manager Snitker is out there as well. This does not look good for Atlanta Brave fans. They may be having to go, and Snitker is looking at the bench. But boy, that was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. It was a long swing, fouled it right off the top of his knee, and down he went. And that is going to be, it looks like that's going to be it for Ozzie Albies. In fact, he can't even put any weight on it. What they're going to do is they're going to lift him up. The trainers are out, and they're carrying him off the field. So we're going to get a pinch hitter in here to complete this at bat for Ozzie Albies with an 0-2 count. He is going to be done for the night. They're carrying him off the field and down into the tunnel. He gets a pat on the head from Freddie Freeman as he goes by. I'm not going to lie to you, that sucks. I can't say I fouled a 96-mile-an-hour fastball off my kneecap. Probably something close to a 90-mile-an-hour fastball into the shin once upon a time. And boy, oh boy, that is not a lot of fun. It hurts big time. You can probably remember exactly the time I did, and it left a contusion on my leg. Right on the shin bone. So I can only imagine what that feels like. So it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. It's going to be Adrianza to come in to take over the at-bat. It's Adrianza. He'll be the pinch hitter. As Albies leaves, and Walker Buehler is going to get a few tune-up pitches here, as that will be it for him. So he's going to complete this at bat. They are going to get a visit out to the mound. It's 0-2. Pitching coach has come out, so they want to talk a little bit about Adrianza. The Venezuelan 24-year-old the 31-year-old is in his 9th year in the big leagues. He's batting .240 with 4 homers and 24 RBIs. He's definitely in a difficult situation as he comes into the at-bat with an 0-2 count on him. So no balls and 2 strikes. Adrianza is going to have to come in and pitch for Albies, who's been carried off the field. Walker Buehler has 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. The runner at second base is Jock Peterson. Charlie Morton sacrificed him into scoring position, and it's 0-2 now on Adrianza. As we're ready to resume action, Buehler kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's tapped over to first. Muncy field it. He'll step on the bag. And that is going to retire Adrianza on a ground out to first for out number 2. That advances the runner, Jock Peterson, over to third base. Now we have 2 outs, and that's going to bring Jorge Soler to the plate. Our Korean baseball fan says he hopes for the Yankees and the Dodgers in the World Series for the sake of baseball popularity. Overall, that would be one of the most watched World Series for sure, even if the Giants got there. The first pitch to Soler, it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and it is 0-1. Soler tonight is 0 for 2. He's grounded to third and grounded to short. His average has trickled down to .212 on the season. Here's the pitch from Buehler. It's a fastball that misses outside. He definitely missed his spot. The catcher Smith was shading middle in. The pitch was outside. He really had to go to his right. That ball there definitely didn't want that one to go all the way to the backstop. So the count now is 1-1, and there's a pitch. It's a breaking ball. Smith does a nice job to block it and keep it in front. The count is now 2-1 on Soler. Our Taiwanese fan, Eddie, says the Yankees fear the Astros. Don't be fooled by the Yankees' previous win streak. You may have a point there. And here's the pitch from Buehler. It's swung on and fouled away. And down goes Jorge Soler. Some pretty big swings in this inning. Not only big swings, but look at that one on the replay. He took a swing. He fouled that one. It looks like off his back foot. Not in the position that Ozzie Albies did. He got him in the toe. So it's now 2-2 to Jorge Soler. So Buehler goes back to work. Here's a breaking ball down in the dirt. And the count is now 3-2. So there's 2 out. Peterson is the runner at third. Soler is the batter, and Freddie Freeman is waiting on deck should he get an opportunity in this inning. Here comes the payoff pitch from Buehler to Soler. Buehler holds at the belt, he kicks, and he delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to do it for the Braves here in their half of the 5th inning. So for Atlanta, they had no runs. There were no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. We're through 4.5 at Chavez Ravine. It is the Atlanta Braves 2, the Los Angeles Dodgers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes for the bottom of the 5th. Memories from Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning at Chavez Ravine. It is a 2-1 lead for the Atlanta Braves over the Los Angeles Dodgers. It'll be Cody Bellinger, Walker Buehler, and Trey Turner coming to bat for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th inning. And they are facing Charlie Morton, and it'll be interesting to see if it is Adrianza. I believe Adrianza is going to be going in at second base for the injured Ozzie Albies. It's unfortunate that took place, and we're ready to get ourselves going. And there is a first pitch, a breaking ball to Bellinger, taken for a ball 1. So 1-0 to Cody Bellinger. Morton kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball, and that one is fouled away, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. For Bellinger tonight, he grounded out to first his first time up. He has been certainly struggling this year, and there is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to second. It's fielded. It's flipped over to first, and that is going to retire Bellinger for the out. Just looking to see, that was a shift was on, but it did look like it was Dansby Swanson, and so Adrianza is in the ball game at second base. It's going to go down actually as a ground out 6-3, even though it was to the right side of second base. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Walker Buehler. Buehler tonight struck out looking his first time up. He gave Charlie Morton quite a battle. Here's the pitch from Morton. It's a fastball taken for a ball upstairs, ball 1. It was a 7-pitch at bat that Buehler had the first time up. So here comes the 1-0. It is a fastball, and that misses inside, and the count is now 2 balls and no strike to Buehler. So 2 balls and no strikes. Morton gets the sign from his catcher, Darno. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. Our Korean baseball fan says Bellinger is no longer the same guy. It makes you wonder if he's banged up. I think he's got some shoulder issues. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-2 to Walker Buehler. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morton gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball. That's taken for a called third strike, and that's the second time Buehler has gone down looking. So 2 up and 2 away for the Dodgers here in their bottom half of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up the top of the batting order, Trey Turner. The Dodgers are going to give away a Tommy Lasorda bobblehead. And of course, that's on a weird night. Usually that's the nights that you want to try to bring fans in the stands. And then, of course, who you're playing against. They're playing against the Diamondbacks on a Monday night. So obviously the bobbleheads will bring fans in the stands. There's a first pitch to Trey Turner taken for a ball outside for ball 1. There's a fastball delivered to Turner. It swung on. It's tapped to third. Austin Riley picks it up. He fires across the diamond. That's going to retire Turner as a ground out, 5-3 for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Dodgers go quietly in the 5th. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 5 innings at Chavez Ravine. It is the Atlanta Braves 2, the Los Angeles Dodgers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We're going to carry on with our theme of our Hall of Fame memories from the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. Check it out.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spunt Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 6th inning. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the Atlanta batting order. That means Freddie Freeman, Austin Riley, and Travis d'Arnaud will be coming up to face Walker Buehler. Will be getting his 6th inning of work. Buehler tonight has done fairly well. He's had a couple of issues. He gave up a solo shot in the top of the 3rd inning to Jock Peterson. And back-to-back hits in the 4th inning, a single to Austin Riley. He was driven home on a double by Travis d'Arnaud. Has given the Braves their 2 runs. Mookie Betts has got 1 back for the Dodgers. He had a solo shot again tonight after hitting a home run last night. So he's back in business again. We're ready to get this one rolling here. 2-3-0 for the Atlanta Braves, and right now for the Dodgers, it is 1-3-0 on our books. There's a first pitch, fastball to Freeman, fouled away, and it is 1 strike. So 0-1 to Freddie Freeman. Buehler back into the motion. He throws a fastball, and he misses upstairs, and the count is 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Freeman tonight has grounded to short and grounded back to the pitcher. He is 0 for 2. There's the pitch from Buehler. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to Muncy. Muncy bobbles the ball. He fires it over to Buehler covering, and that is going to go down as a ground out. 3-1 for out number 1 here in the 6th inning. Normally speaking, when the first baseman will field the ball, they'll do an underhand flip, and he struggled with it. Then he threw over the top to Buehler covering in time to be able to get Freeman by about 1.5 steps. You had to hurry a little quicker than just your regular underhand flip. And so now we have 1 away here in the 6th inning, and that's going to bring up Austin Riley to the plate. Riley tonight is 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run in the 4th, and he struck out back in the 2nd. Takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Eddie, our Taiwanese fan, says 2-1. He thought he was watching an MLS game. If you're watching an MLS game, Eddie, you'd probably be snoring right about now, too. And there's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is 1-1. Can go on a bit of a MLS rant, but there's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1. The only thing I'm going to say about the MLS is that apparently the Vancouver Whitecaps are going to declare bankruptcy. And it's been a tough year for them because they've had to play a lot of their games south of the border in empty stadiums. There's a fastball swung on, and this is driven into left field. And Austin Riley has his second hit of the evening. The base hit single here with one away in the sixth inning. So it'll be interesting to see what organizations, if any, and how many are going to be running themselves into some trouble financially. So Riley's now the runner at first base. Travis d'Arnaud is coming to the plate. He drove in the second run with a double into the left field corner his last time up. So here's the first pitch to d'Arnaud. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Yeah, Eddie says MLS games are better than taking sleeping pills. Yeah, it's certainly it's not the quality of what the European, or for that matter, even the South American soccer leagues have to offer. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right center field. Drifting back on the warning track is Bellinger. He's going to haul it in. That is going to be out number 2 here in the inning, but you got to give your hat off to Travis d'Arnaud. He hit the ball to the deepest part of the ballpark his first time up, and he was robbed of a home run by Mookie Betts. And the second time up, he hit the ball into the left field corner to drive in a run, and now he's taken Buehler again to the deepest part of the ballpark in center field for the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to Dansby Swanson. Swanson is 0 for 1 tonight. He walked in the second inning and grounded out to third his last time up. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's lifted into shallow center field. Coming hard is Bellinger. He's going to make the grab. And that is going to retire the side here for the Braves in their half of the sixth inning. So there was no runs. There was one hit. There was no errors and one runner left aboard. And we're going to the bottom of the sixth inning. It is the Atlanta Braves holding on to a 2-1 lead against the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the bottom of the sixth inning. We're glad you guys are with us. We appreciate you all being here. We'll be right back, everybody. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
As always, thanks again, Steve Rademacher. It is a much appreciated that you are checking in, and we are going to be going to the bottom half of the sixth inning where Max Muncy, Mookie Betts, and Justin Turner will be coming up to bat. Charlie Morton, as of now, is still in the game. We're going to go and check to see where he is at. I have a feeling that Morton is probably in his last inning work. He's at 86 pitches going into this inning here as he faces the left-handed stick Max Muncy. Muncy tonight is 0 for 2. He struck out in the first and he flew out to left field in the fourth inning. A Korean baseball fan says that there's been a lot of draws in the NPB this season. There's a fastball that misses outside. I'm not a big fan of the draw. I mean, why not play an extra inning or two? I'm not sure if the virus is taking time off for extra innings. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball taken at the knees, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Muncy. Morton gets the sign from his catcher, Darno. He rocks into the windup. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul over the third base dugout. The count is 1-2. For those of you who are with us, we are going to call another game tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow night. We'll be back on the airwave again. I am considering doing the Dodger Brave, the wrap-up of this series. And the possibility for that one is occurring. We do have some scores in the out of town that we'll get to, and there was a fastball swung on and fouled away. Looks like the Padres and the Diamondbacks in the out of town game, there is a no-hitter happening there. The San Diego Padres are winning 3-0. It is going into it's in the 7th inning, and Blake Snell is on the hill, and he's got a no-no going. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Muncy for the first out here in the 6th inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up Mookie Betts, who homered his last time up. So I guess if there's a team to no-hit, the Diamondbacks are ripe for that. Just taking a look at their batting lineup, and they've got some ugly, ugly hitters in their lineup. But we'll keep an eye on that one for you, because it'll be interesting to see where that one goes. Blake Snell obviously having himself a game. So here's Mookie Betts. First pitch to Betts is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Betts tonight is 1 for 2. He homered his last time up. He counted for the only Dodger run, and he grounded out to third his first time up. Here comes the pitch from Morton. It is a fastball, and that misses. Actually catches the inside corner, and the count is now 0-2. It looked like it missed that pitch, and Mookie Betts certainly did. Oh, that's why. It ended up catching him off the knob of the bat. Just slightly got him, so it's 0-2 to Betts. Had to get that replay on that one. Here's the 94th pitch to Betts, and the pitch from Morton's a breaking ball, and he misses down, and the count is 1-2. On deck is Justin Turner. Justin Turner has had his way with Charlie Morton tonight. He's had a couple of hits, so make you wonder if Mookie Betts gets on, if this will be Morton's last batter. And there's a fastball that misses at 96 off the outside corner, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mookie. Really, it was the 4th inning that really ratcheted up Morton's pitch count. He threw 26 pitches. He threw a quarter of his pitches in that inning, or just over a quarter. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 3-2 to Betts. Betts has raised his season average to 282. He's got 19 homers with that home run earlier tonight. He's hunting for his 20th. There is a breaking ball swung on, and it's ripped foul down the third base side. The count is going to remain full at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Betts. I'm not sure how my chat went from baseball to soccer just like that. 3-2 to Betts. What has changed, certainly in North America, is the mindset of people. Baseball it's not a slow game, but there's a breaking ball in the bats that misses outside. It's a cerebral game. It's a brain game. You've got to watch the game. You got to be patient. And certainly in the cities in North America, patience and time is not like it once was, where you go out and you watch. The people in the country usually are more taken to the game. Not to say that the city folk aren't, but certainly, the way the game is played, the way the game is portrayed, it's when's the game start, when's it finish, we don't know. Whereas if you go to a hockey game or you go to a soccer game, you pretty much know after 60 minutes or 90 minutes the game is over. Same with a basketball game. There's a first pitch fastball to Justin Turner that misses outside. The count is 1-0. 1-0 to Turner. Turner tonight is 2 for 2. He's doubled and singled. So Betts is the runner at first. There's one away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Martin fires over to first base, and diving back in time is Mookie. Martin's looking around. He checks the runners. And they fire over to first, and diving back in time is Betts. So I'm bored is in the house. He says, thank God I found this. I can't find the channel number for the game. Well, we appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping in and checking in. We've got a 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 1-0 2-1 for the Braves. There was a 1-0 pitch fouled away. There is action in the Atlanta bullpen. They have a right-hander up and throwing. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Justin Turner. Runner at first is Betts. Martin looks in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Darno. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. It's a 94-mile-an-hour fastball at the up and away in the zone that he went and took the hack at. We're just saying that more than likely tomorrow night, I'm probably going to close out this 3-game series. We'll do this game again between the Braves and the Dodgers. Here comes the 1-2 from Morton. It's a fastball swung on. It's tapped back to the pitcher. The only play is going to be to first base as Mookie advances over to second. So that's going to go down as a ground out 1-3 for out number 2. Betts has now moved into scoring position, and that's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Corey Seager. That was the 102nd pitch for Morton tonight. Our Taiwanese fan Eddie says, when Morton goes down, the Braves will be in trouble. And you might be right. The bullpen is a little bit dicey on the Atlanta side. I'm bored said, how did Mookie get on again? Mookie drew a walk. He battled it to a full count, and he drew the walk. Our Korean baseball fan says, how's the Braves pen been lately? Well, it's been overhauled pretty much. I think it was Shane Green. I don't know if Shane Green got designated for assignment earlier this year. They've really haven't solved their issues of their bullpen. Looking for a combination that's going to work for them here late in games to hold leads. Here's the pitch from Morton. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. But you would have to think when they get into the playoffs, some of their starters were going to be moved into the bullpen. So you can pretty much live with a 3 or 4 man rotation. Maybe in the first round you can even get away with 3. So one would think Charlie Morton will be one of those guys, Max Fried, and I'm not sure, probably, I don't think it would be some of the others. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball. They would peel down to third base, and the third base umpire said Seager went. We're getting a check on the replay, and it did look like he went. I know Dave Roberts wasn't very happy with that, so the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Seager. I think if Roberts saw the replay, he would have to agree. He did make the attempt. It wasn't a great attempt, but he did make the attempt. Comes the 0-2. There's a fastball at 96 miles an hour up around the chin. Backs Seager out of the way, and the count now goes 1-2 to Corey. Friend Eddie says he doesn't think that the Braves have a decent relief pitcher. And you might have an argument there. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to first. It's dropped by Freeman. It's picked up by the second baseman, Adrianza, and that is going to be fired to Morton covering first. And they're able to get the play. Nice defensive play to back up Freddie Freeman at first base. That's going to go down as a ground out. 3-4-1 for the third out of the inning. But Freddie Freeman very fortunate to get an assist and not an error on that play. Otherwise, probably Mookie would have came all the way around and scored from second base. That's the third out of the inning here in the sixth. So for the Dodgers in their half of the sixth, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left to board. We're through six complete at Chavez Ravine. It is the Atlanta Braves 2, Los Angeles Dodgers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We're glad you're in here listening to our call. Here's our friend Steve again. Check him out.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Reps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie in Last Reps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate your support of our channel, and we appreciate you guys being here. We are now moving to the top half of the seventh inning. It is going to be Adam Duvall, Jock Peterson, and Charlie Morton scheduled to bat. I don't know if we're going to see Charlie Morton come to bat. I think that would probably be about it for him, but you never know. We'll have to wait and see what this transpires. But Walker Buehler is back on the mound, and the first pitch is a breaking ball swung on and missed by Duvall, and the count is 0-1. Duvall tonight has 0 for 2. He struck out in the second and popped the first in the fourth. He's another one of the players for the Braves who has over 20 home runs. In fact, Duvall is almost at 30. He's got 29 bombs this year, and there is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. Buehler working from the windup. He is at 84 pitches now. I would think that this is probably going to be his last inning work. Will probably be into the Dodger bullpen. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted in the shallow center field. Moving over underneath it is the center fielder Bellinger. He's going to make the grab, and that is going to retire Duvall for the first out here in the seventh. So 1 out and 1 away here in the top half of the seventh. And Eddie says, thanks for responding to our comments. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. I've got 2 feeds going on. Sometimes I got an A feed and a B feed. Sometimes I got to flip away and take a look. We appreciate you guys listening in and being here tonight, as always. Walker Buehler goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers, and the first pitch to Jock Peterson is a fastball fouled away. The count is 0-1. It was pretty good to do the game last night. We enjoyed it. And, of course, I've been away for a little bit, last couple of months. We did quite a bit of number of games, April, May, and June. Now that we are back into the regular season again, certainly in the NPB, and we're going to call the games in September and October, and we'll try to do as much as we can in the major leagues. Looks like Eddie Rosario has moved himself into the on-deck circle. He is going to be batting for Charlie Morton. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to Peterson. Buehler rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to first. It's fielded by Muncy. He's going to run over and step on the bag, and that is going to retire Peterson for the second out of the inning. That is going to bring up Eddie Rosario. Eddie Rosario is with his second club so far this season. Rosario began the season with the Cleveland Indians. You could argue and say some of the best years of his career with the Minnesota Twins. Way back in 2015, he led the American League in triples with 15. He's actually 3 times in his career had over 150 hits in a season. Indians this year, he's hitting 254 when they dealt him, and this is only his 4th game with the Braves. He's 2 for 7. So Buehler's now at 88 pitches. This is going to be Rosario stepping into a face Buehler. Actually, let's check that. It's going to be Guillermo Heredia. So they've thrown us a curveball. They were showing that it was going to be somebody else. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. I'm giving you the reports on Eddie Rosario. They flashed him up. Now we've got Guillermo Heredia coming. Heredia, I remember him from his days as a Seattle Mariner, and he takes a breaking ball, and the count is now even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Heredia. Buehler rocks into motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball waved at and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's kind of how I remember Heredia with the Seattle Mariners. He was waving at a lot of pitches. But props to Heredia for sticking around in the big leagues and keeping a job. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and that is Heredia for the 3rd out here in the 7th inning. So the Braves go quietly in the top half of the 7th. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now going to be moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is still 2-1 for the Atlanta Braves. We'll be back in just a couple moments, everybody. We'll give you some more Matt Hollis again. Why not? He's always entertaining.
You've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Be sure to check out Matt Hollis. That's another Hollis build. He's a supporter of our channel, and in turn, we like to support Matt. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We're going to give you guys some tunes, and we'll give you all the calls in the bottom of the 7th inning. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and it is going to be Luke Jackson coming in relief of Charlie Morton. He was not up earlier before in the last inning. They had Rodriguez up getting warm, but Luke Jackson is taking over, and he is going to face Will Smith, A.J. Pollock, and Cody Bellinger here in the Dodgers half of the 7th inning. Will Smith tonight is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the 2nd and flew out to left in the 4th. He is ready to take over here on the season. Luke Jackson is 1-2. He's got a 1.99 ERA. He's appeared in 56 ball games and 49 2/3 innings of work. The alarming factor for me is I think he walks too many guys. He's got 24 walks in those innings, and that is almost one every other inning pitched. So here we go. Jackson, the right-hander, goes into the motion. The first pitch is a breaking ball that's bounced up to the plate. And it is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Will Smith has seen his batting average slip down to 268 on the season. Jackson kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball again. Appeal down to first base, and the first base umpire said he did go, and that is now going to even the count at 1-1. The Braves have to continue to put up zeros here. Obviously, we're in a one-run ball game, but it'll be interesting to see how they're able to close this out. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. So Will Smith has seen a steady diet of breaking balls. In the bullpen right now for the Dodgers is Blake Trinan. He's getting himself warmed up. The way he's warming up, it looks like that could be the end of Walker Buehler's night tonight. Travis d'Arnaud has asked for time. Going to do this all over again. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Will Smith, and it is a breaking ball swung on and missed. That is going to retire Smith for out number 1. Luke Jackson has come in, and all he has done is thrown deuces, one after another after another. And Will Smith waves the pitch in the dirt, and he goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. Starts the next inning. They're going to the top of the order. It'll be Adrianza, Soler, and Freeman coming up. I have a feeling his night is done, but you never know. So Luke Jackson gets a sign from his catcher, d'Arnaud. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers, and it is a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is 1-0 to A.J. Pollock. Pollock tonight struck out looking in the second, and he grounded to second in the fourth. He is 0 for 2. His average has slipped to 297 on the season. Jackson gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. It looks like, I checked that, it's now 2 balls and no strikes. So 2 balls and no strikes to A.J. Pollock. Jackson rocks into the motion. He delivers. It's a breaking ball again, and it's fouled off, and this time it hits the catcher, d'Arnaud, in an awkward spot, and he is down, much similar to where Ozzie Albies was laying around on the ground. Not sure where he got hit, but by the looks of it, for all of our male audience out there, there's the foul tip. It goes down off the shin guard, and then it gets him square. So if it didn't hurt in the knee, it's probably hurt somewhere else. He acknowledges it, says he's all right, but I'm sure it shook him up a little bit. He's got his hat turned on a little bit sideways. So 2 balls and 1 strike to A.J. Pollock. Jackson, the right-hander, gets his sign from his catcher. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers, and there is a fastball that is spiked into the dirt, and the count now runs 3-1 to Pollock. There's nothing else that drives you crazy is relief pitchers who can't come in and throw strikes. It's an easy game if you can come in and fill up the zone with strikes. So now we got a 3-1 pitch coming up to A.J. Pollock. Jackson goes in the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 3-2. Well, since Jackson's stepped out onto the mound, he's thrown 9 pitches, and probably all but 1 have been breaking balls. Just a steady diet of hooks, one after another after another. Here's the pitch, and it is a breaking ball down in the dirt, and A.J. Pollock has drawn out a 1-out walk. He is aboard here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Cody Bellinger, with 1 swing of the bat. The Braves can be looking up at the Dodgers. They've also moved Chris Taylor into the on-deck circle. So now they have 2 pitchers up in the Dodger bullpen. Blake Trinan and Joe Kelly are getting themselves loose. Here's the pitch from Jackson. It's a fastball at 95 miles an hour that just misses off the outside corner. The count is 1-0. One would think that if the Dodgers have a couple base runners on, we would have now seen the end of Walker Buehler. I can't see him coming to bat. Unless, of course, Bellinger maybe spins into a double play. There's a fastball at the knees, and the count is now 1-1. So they are attacking Bellinger significantly differently than they were attacking the first two hitters. He's got fastball after fastball. Whereas Smith and Pollock got a steady diet of breaking stuff. Jackson spins and he fires over to first base, and diving back in time is the base runner Pollock. Jackson ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher. Here comes the 1-1 offering to Bellinger. He kicks and he delivers. The count is well. It's been a while. We haven't seen you. Thanks for checking in. Big D's Sports and Collectibles. He is a big time Minnesota Twins fan. We won't hold that against him. Here comes the 1-2 from Jackson. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball down in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher d'Arnaud to smother that. And that evens the count now at 2-2. Big D in the house. We do think about you, Big D, working a ton of hours. We do appreciate you always being around and checking in on you. Big D is the biggest Jason Stokes fan this side of the Mississippi. There's the pitch from Luke Jackson. It is swung on. It's grounded through the 4-hole into right field. That is going to move A.J. Pollock all the way around to third. Cody Bellinger's got himself a base hit, and the Dodgers have something brewing here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Luke Jackson's got himself into quite a bit of trouble. Now have runners on the corners with 1 out. And that is probably going to do it for Walker Buehler as Chris Taylor is making his way to the plate. We'll have ourselves a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Buehler's day is done. That'll bring up another former Seattle Mariner. A lot of former Seattle Mariners in this game tonight. And, of course, here's another one in Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor really found himself a home in Dodgerland. He was basically picked up for nothing. And Taylor's had himself a pretty good big league career since arriving in Dodgerland at the age of 25. He was an all-star this season for the first time in his career. He's hitting .272 on the season with 19 homers and 67 runs batted in. One would think he's going to get a steady diet of breaking balls from Luke Jackson here as well. Our Taiwanese friend Eddie says he's not surprised. He knows the Braves bullpen sucks. There's a breaking ball down in there. Nice block by the catcher d'Arnaud. Bellinger had ideas of advancing to second base, but he ends up staying, and so it is 1 ball and no strikes to Taylor. This is where the game gets interesting here when we get into the bullpens. Usually the starting pitching can cruise along and keep you close. D said, Fred, somebody pulled me a Miguel Sano 101 out of 2021 Immaculate last night. That's outstanding. Good for you, Big D. The only problem is it's Miguel Sano. Maybe you can trade it up for somebody else. Luke Jackson flips it over to first, and diving back in time is Bellinger. I think I'd rather have a Max Kepler if that was me, or if I was you. So 1 ball and no strikes to Taylor. The runner at third is Pollock. The runner at first is Bellinger. We're getting into crunch time here at Chavez Ravine. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, but it's again flipped over to first base, and standing up in time is Bellinger. They're keeping him close. They're concerned that he may want to try to get himself into scoring position here. This will be the 17th pitch of the inning. Jackson gets the sign. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that is a strike call that looked like that Taylor had checked his swing, but it was a called strike by the umpire. On board says Miguel Sano. Yeah, Miguel Sano of the Minnesota Twins. Big D is a big-time Minnesota Twin fan. Everybody has their flaws, but we like D anyway. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Taylor. Here comes the pitch from Jackson. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. One thing I'll notice about Luke Jackson, Jackson's got a fastball. He's really relied heavily on his breaking ball tonight. But the thing I like about he's got it's a plus fastball, but it's as straight as an arrow. There's not a lot of movement on Luke Jackson's fastball. That ball really just comes in flat. There's no depth. There's no arm side run. There's no cut. None of that stuff. Big D says we beat the Tigers the other day. Well, that's true, you did. But my thing is, aren't you supposed to beat those guys? They're not very good. So here comes the 1-2 pitch from Luke Jackson. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes even at 2-2 to Taylor. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a beautiful night for baseball in Los Angeles. I was thinking last year in the World Series in one of the games where they said it was like 80 some odd degrees in October. Absolutely fantastic. So here comes the 2-2 from Luke Jackson. Kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into center field. Moving over underneath it and cutting off the right fielder is the center fielder. Boy, oh boy, look, a few communication issues over there. First of all, the center fielder, Jock Peterson, came over. The right fielder is Jorge Soler, and they almost collided. The ball was caught by Peterson. He was calling off the right fielder. I'm not so sure. I think I would have let Soler catch the ball and let him have a go. So what ended up happening is we're going to see that again on the replay. Taylor hits the ball to right center field. Peterson is moving from he was moving from right to left. He caught the ball, he threw it in, and it's not even close. And also advancing on the play is Cody Bellinger into second base on the sac fly, and we now have ourselves a tie ball game. It goes down as a sacrifice fly to center field. Bellinger has moved into scoring position. And that is going to bring up the top of the order, Trey Turner, and Turner takes the first pitch down in the dirt for a ball 1. So now we're all knotted up at 2s here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Yeah, Eddie says the Tigers are peanuts compared to the Dodgers. Absolutely they are. Well, at least there's something to get excited about in Detroit. Another couple of years away, but the young arms and then the bats are coming up. So here's a breaking ball delivered to Turner. It's chopped over to short. Swanson gets it, but there's not going to be a play to be had anywhere as Turner's speed is going to be able to leg out an infield check swing single. When the Dodgers keep it going here, now they got runners on the corners and Max Muncy coming to the plate. So Turner checked his swing. He almost fell over in the batter's box. Swanson had to charge hard. Turner was just exploding down the line. He's able to leg out an infield single, and the crowd in Los Angeles is going crazy. And that is going to do it for Luke Jackson. The Braves have seen enough. I think the Braves fans have seen enough, and now we've got ourselves a 2-2 game, and we're going to have ourselves a pitching change. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back again in just a couple moments as they make the change here. We're going to give you guys a little bit of music to hold you tight. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we get the pitching change for the Braves. We will keep giving you guys some more information. Be sure to check out the other things on our channel. Here's our Topps Bunt digital stuff. Hopefully you guys can take a peek at that. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button. You'll get the notifications when we are live, and you can pop in and listen to us. We'll be back on the air again tomorrow night, September the 1st. I'm looking at doing the Dodgers and Braves, the third game in this set, which would be Max Fried and Max Scherzer. Battle of the Maxes. Be a great pitching matchup. There's nothing else in the course of the day that really gets me excited. So why not come back and see the Braves and Dodgers? You know you're going to have good weather again in LA. We'll be back to do that one all over again. So come on back and join us, but check out our stuff. Here we are. We'll be right back with all the action once this pitching change is completed.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Topps Bunt Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends.
Welcome back, everybody. It is a pitching change, and it is a lefty. Tyler Matzek is coming in here, and he is going to be facing the lefty Max Muncy. So we got a lefty matchup ready to go. Matzek holds the ball at the chest. He gets his sign from his catcher. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and welcome to the game, Matzek. This ball has been driven to deep right field, but it's not going to be deep enough as it's to the edge of the warning track. He just missed that pitch. Jorge Soler hauls it in. That is going to retire the Dodgers here in the 7th inning. Just got a little bit underneath it. That retires Muncy for out number 3. So for the Dodgers in their half of the 7th inning, they had 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is the Dodgers and the Braves all knotted up at 2. We'll be right back, everybody. Glad you're with us.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down, 'cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Wraps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Thanks again, Matt. We appreciate you and your channel, and we're glad that you guys are here to check this out. It is a pitching change for the Dodgers. It's going to be Blake Trinan coming in. He's got a 4-5 record in 58 games with a 2.01 earned run average. He's taking over for Walker Buehler, who had an outstanding performance tonight through 7. Now it'll be the Trinan and the bullpen to try to close the deal here for the Dodgers late night. And so we're ready to get this one underway, and it's the top of the order. And the first pitch to Adrianza is a breaking ball taken for a ball inside. Adrianza came into the game back in the 5th inning to replace Ozzie Albies, who fouled the ball off his kneecap. And he has been at second base since then. So here we go. We've got 1 ball and no strike to Adrianza. Adrianza is 0 for 1 officially tonight. There's the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is now 1-1. It'll be Adrianza, Soler, and Freddie Freeman coming to bat for the Braves. It's a tough part of the Dodger bullpen. Certainly their bullpen is a lot stronger than the Braves. And there's a fastball swung on and fouled off over on the first base side. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So as we mentioned, we're probably going to be back on the air again tomorrow night. Same time, same place. It'll be Dodgers-Braves. So hopefully you can come on back and join us again. On board says he's a Mets fan, hoping the Braves lose. Yeah, pretty much you guys are going to have to do some damage in the month of September. Your only chances to win the division. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 2-2. The wild card spots more than likely are going to be, I would have said San Diego, but San Diego is absolutely swan diving themselves out of the playoff race. More than likely, it's going to be either the Giants or the Dodgers. There's a fastball swung on, and this is fouled off on the first base side. The count now is going to remain at 2-2 to Adrianza. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, Eduardo Perez is picking the Phillies, and if you raises your eyebrows, he says that the Phillies have the weakest schedule in baseball between now and the end of the season, so he's got his chips in on the Phillies to get into the playoffs. I don't know if I can see that happening. I just don't know if they've got the right chemistry over there. And there's a breaking ball swung on, and this is lifted foul on the third base side. The count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow it'll be the battle of the Maxes. It'll be Max Fried and Max Scherzer going head-to-head. So it'll be entertaining to watch for sure. I would think that the advantage still goes to the Dodgers tomorrow night. Trinan working set. He kicks and delivers. There's the pitch to Adrianza. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And that is going to keep the count at 2-2. And this is going to be the 8th pitch to Adrianza here in his at bat. And here comes the 2-2 pitch again to Adrianza. It's a fastball swung on and missed. That is going to retire Adrianza on strikes for out number 1 here in the 8th inning. He did give Trinan a battle. That's an 8-pitch at bat. He'll get some high fives in the dugout for a quality at bat for sure. So nothing worse than facing the leadoff hit of the inning and having him take you to 8 pitches. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Jorge Soler. Soler is 0 for 3. And here comes the first pitch. It's a breaking ball. That swung on and missed. Our friend Eddie from Taiwan says if the Dodgers win tonight, they will sweep tomorrow. Well, one would have to think that Max Scherzer going to the mound has got as good a chance as any. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and it's now 0-2 to Soler. Why is it whenever I see Jorge Soler bat, I think of Serrano from Major League? Just every time I look at him, I think, here's Serrano at the plate. And there is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is why I think of Serrano when Jorge Soler comes to the plate. He is now out number 2, so that's the second time tonight he's gone down on strikes. That's going to leave it all up to the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Freeman tonight is 0 for 3. He's grounded to short. He's grounded to the pitcher, and his last time up, he grounded to first. Freeman's average has slipped to 294 on the season. He's got 28 bombs with 72 runs batted in. Trinan holds the ball at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike on the inside corner, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Freeman. Trinan gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Trinan holds the ball at the belt. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball that misses in, and the count is now 2-1 to Freeman. Really working Freddie Freeman inside. A lot of batters, they work away, they work away, they work away. It's 3 pitches in a row. Our Taiwanese friend says the Braves can't hit. They're as cold as ice. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 2-2 to Freeman. The Braves tonight have 4 hits, and Austin Riley has 2 of them. Comes the 2-2 to Freeman. There's a breaking ball that misses down. The appeal over to third base, and the third base umpire said Freeman is gone, and that means that Blake Trinan has struck out the side here in the 8th inning, and the Atlanta Braves go down 1-2-3. So there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers all knotted up at 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Here's our last one from the Baseball Hall of Fame in Japan.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spunt Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it is going to be coming up for the Dodgers, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order. It'll be Mookie Betts, Justin Turner, and Corey Seager due up. And we're going to be taking a look to see if Tyler Matzik is going to stay in the game or if they are going to have to go to the bullpen. If I'm mistaken, he's probably going to be good for another couple more batters. And it is great to have everybody with us tonight. We've been chatting with the chat throughout the ball game. We are happy that you are here and listening into our call. And it is Tyler Matzik who is sticking around here. He's got thrown 1 pitch and he got 1 crucial out. That was Max Muncy to finish off the 7th inning, and he's going to face Mookie Betts, who tonight is 1 for 2. He's homered and walked. And the first pitch to Betts is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that misses outside for ball 1. And the count is 1-0. Matzik gets the sign from his catcher, Darno. He holds at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball down in the dirt. And the count is now 2-0. Three of the 5 Dodger hits tonight have come from this part of the batting order. Betts has got the home run, and Justin Turner has a pair. So they haven't faced Matzik yet. So here we go. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Betts. It's a fastball taken for a ball upstairs, and the count is now 3-0. And Kenley Jansen is up and getting heated in the Dodger bullpen. So this is where the game will get interesting for the Dodgers. Here comes the pitch from Matzik. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 3-1 to Betts. I would think that this is the best opportunity for the Dodgers to score right now in this inning with who's coming up to bat. The Braves are going to be sending their heart of their order coming up with Riley, d'Arnaud, and Swanson next inning. There's the pitch. It's a 96-mile-an-hour heater that misses upstairs, and Mookie Betts has drawn himself a walk to begin the 8th inning. And unlike in the NPB, you can pretty much be guaranteed this is not going to be a bunt situation. They're not taking the bat out of Justin Turner's hands. Turner tonight is 2 for 3. He's hit a double in the 2nd inning. He hit a single in the 4th. He grounded back to the pitcher in the 6th. He's 2 for 3. He's raised his season average up to 282. When you think about it, I know that one of the folks that was listening in here earlier tonight, who's a New York Mets fan, he was saying that he's a Mets fan. Can you imagine if Justin Turner was still playing for the Mets? There's a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0 to Turner. Now, Justin Turner began his big league career, if I'm not mistaken, with the Mets. I don't think he was drafted by the Mets. In fact, he was drafted originally out of high school, originally drafted in the 20th round by the Yankees, and then he was drafted by the Reds. He began his career with Baltimore. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted into right field. A lot of room there for Jorge Soler. He's going to move over and make the grab, and that is going to retire Turner for the first out of the 8th inning. So Turner began his big league career with the Baltimore Orioles, and then he went on to the Mets. And he was decent with the Mets. He seemed to get better, but where he caught fire was when he came to the Dodgers. He had 340 in his first year with the Dodgers and 322 plate appearances in 2014. And he just took off from there, and he's been pretty steady ever since. At 36 years old, in some ways, this is his second All-Star appearance this year, and I have to say, I thought he'd be slowing down, and it looks like the Dodgers made the right decision by upping him again. So one away here, and that brings up Corey Seager to the plate. And certainly Turner did not get the job done by moving him over. There's a first pitch fastball that misses down and away. And the count is 1-0 to Seager. Seager tonight is 0 for 2. He struck out his first time up. He walked in the 4th. And then he had that ground ball that went off the glove of Freddie Freeman right to Era Adrianza. Flipped it over to the pitcher covering, which would have been Charlie Morton at that time. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball by Seager, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-hander against the left-hander. Matzik comes set at the chest. He kicks and he delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes 1-2 to Seager. As we mentioned before, we do appreciate everybody stopping by to listen into our call tonight. We're glad you are here. Here comes the pitch to Seager. It's a fastball that misses just outside. It's going to even the count at 2-2. It's definitely a beautiful night for baseball in Chavez Ravine in Los Angeles. Matzik comes set at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul over on the third base side. The count's going to remain at 2-2. So Matzik, the count even at 2-2. Ready to deliver to Corey Seager. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. The runner, Betts, was going on the pitch. And he probably would have had that base stolen easily. But that is all for naught, as Seager has fouled that pitch off, and the count still is 2-2. Tyler Matzik was originally a first-round pick of the Colorado Rockies back in the 2009 Major League Draft. He spent a couple of seasons with the Rockies in 2014 and 15, and then he was away from the Major League level for almost 5 years. He came back with Atlanta last year and did fairly decent. And there's a breaking ball swung on, and that is fouled away, and it's turned Corey Seager right around. He lost his helmet. So Seager is putting up a fight here. It's 2-2. This year, Matzik has appeared in 55 games, the most by far in his big league career. He's got a 2.19 ERA, but what's most impressive, he's got 65 strikeouts in 49 and a third innings at 30 years old. He's been a battler. He's stuck around for a long time, and he flips it over to first and getting back in time as Mookie Betts. It's nice to see the players that stick around and battle through injury and through different things. Baseball lifer at 30 years old. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball. It's swung on. It is lifted into deep right center field. This ball is going to get down. It's up off the sign in right field. Blue California. Coming around from first is Mookie Betts, and he is going to score on a double by Corey Seager. And the Dodgers now have a 3-2 lead, and that bullpen for the Braves has now given up a lead again, and that is an RBI for Corey Seager with one out here in the 8th inning. Mookie Betts has come all the way around from first base as he gets his high fives in the dugout. That pitch was left right over the middle of the plate, and Seager was able to drive that into pull gap right off the sign for Blue Cross. Betts digging hard all the way from first, scores easily. No throw to the plate. Mookie Betts, big part of the offense again tonight here. Scores 2 of the 3 runs, has the home run. But, this game isn't over yet. We still have Kenley Jansen in the 9th. There is a breaking ball from Matzik. That misses down and in, and the count is 1-0 to Will Smith. Smith tonight is 0 for 3. He's struck out twice and flown out to left field. Our Taiwan friend Eddie is throwing salt on the wound for the Atlanta Braves. Braves. There's a ball that misses down and in, and the count is 2-0. I don't know the other answers to this, but I know that the Texas Rangers their bullpen has blown the most leads in baseball as of a week ago. The Blue Jays, if I'm not mistaken, were in 3rd spot. I think the Minnesota Twins were 2nd. But I think in the last 10 days, the Blue Jays have taken that over from the Twins. There's a fastball fouled away, and the count is now 2-1 to Will Smith. Well, we're going to see if Kenley Jansen can seal the deal in the 9th inning. Now that the Dodgers have taken the lead here in the 8th, there is one away. The runner on second is Corey Seager. Will Smith is at the dish with a 2-1 count. They're looking for some insurance here. Matzik comes set at the chest. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul on the first base side, and the count is now evened up at 2-2. Make sure you bookmark our channel, as we'll be back on the air again tomorrow as we call it game 3 of this series. So hopefully you can be here to join us. We will post up that we are going to be calling that. We'll do that a little bit later here and create the broadcast as scheduled. Matzik checks the rack and he kicks and delivers. It's a slow breaking ball. It is swung on. It is lifted to the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Will Smith for the second out of the inning. And that is going to leave it all up to A.J. Pollock. Quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Milwaukee Brewers are ahead of the San Francisco Giants 6-2 in the bottom of the ninth. So it looks like that the Giants are about to be caught by the Dodgers. And it looks like they're going to intentionally walk A.J. Pollock to face Cody Bellinger. So they just hold up the four fingers, and Pollock has been walked, and now we've got Seager on second, Pollock on first. There's two away, one run on the board already, and Cody Bellinger is going to step in to face Tyler Matzik. Probably a good decision the way that Bellinger has been swinging the bat, although he did get a base hit in his last time up. So Bellinger tonight is 1 for 3. He's grounded to first, he's grounded to short, and he singled. He's raised his season average up to 173, and the first pitch is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that swung on and missed for strike one. And Shirley Bostrom is in the house, and she says, "Let's go Dodgers." Thanks for joining us tonight, Shirley. We're glad you're here. Albert Pujols has moved into the on-deck circle. He's going to bat for Blake Trinan should Bellinger find a way on base, and Bellinger swings at a 96-mile-an-hour heater, and it's now quickly 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 to Bellinger. Matzik gets his sign from the catcher. Darno. He comes set at the chest. He kicks and he delivers, and it's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So if you're around tomorrow, Shirley, we are going to call the third game of this series between the Braves and the Dodgers. It'll be the battle of the Maxes. Max Fried and Max Scherzer are going to go head-to-head. So hopefully you can join us same time, same place, same channel, Last Drops Baseball. Matzik checks the runner at second. He goes into motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. That is going to retire Bellinger on strikes for the third out of the inning here in the 8th. So for the Dodgers, they have captured the lead. They got 1 run on the RBI double by Corey Seager, bringing home Mookie Betts. There was 1 hit in the inning. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We're through 8. It is the Los Angeles Dodgers 3, the Atlanta Braves 2. Come on back for the top of the 9th inning. We appreciate y'all being here. We'll be right back in just a moment. And let's finish it off with our good buddy, Matt Hollis. Another Hollis build. Be sure to check out his channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out Another Hollis Build and his channel. He's a big supporter of our channel, and we like to support him in kind. He's got all kinds of crazy stuff. Don't worry, he is a San Diego Padre fan, but we don't hold that against him. He is a pretty good guy. And, of course, the Padres are slipping fast right out of the playoff picture. Looks like their season is in the rearview mirror at this point. I don't know if they've got any gas left in the tank, although they did beat the Diamondbacks tonight. And the no-hitter by Blake Snell was broken up in the 8th inning. We're all set and getting ourselves ready to go as Kenley Jansen has taken over in the top of the 9th inning. Jansen's pitched in 54 games this year. He's 2-4 on the season. He's 29 for 34 in the save department. He's got a 2.65 earned run average. So we're looking back here again. So we're glad that you are here with us. And Shirley Bostrom asks, are you a Dodger fan? Actually, I'm not. I'm a baseball fan, but grew up near Detroit, so I am a Tiger fan. And that's my deal. But we make sure we get enough calls of everybody. And if you get a chance, if you're up ever late night, you can come in and listen to our calls of the NPB. That is our specialty. And upon Professional Baseball League, we give all the calls. We usually do that on the weekends, although we did squeeze a weekday game in last night. So here we go, everybody. We are ready to go. It is the heart of the Atlanta batting order. It'll be Austin Riley, Travis d'Arnaud, and Dansby Swanson face the big right-hander Kenley Jansen. Jansen's ready to get this going. And so Riley digs in. Riley is 2 for 3 tonight. He has accounted for half the Braves' offensive hits. He's got 28 homers on the season. The important at bat will be to get this going here if the Braves are going to do something. And there's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. Now the count is 0-1. Our Taiwan fan Eddie says the Dodgers by 1 was an easy pick tonight. Certainly when the Braves bring their tomato can bullpen in and light the mound on fire. There's a fastball down in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. You know, really, when you think about it, the better teams in baseball have the bullpens. And I remember a few years ago when Dave Dombrowski had taken over as general manager of the Detroit Tigers when they had come off some of their just brutal seasons. He built the team from the bullpen backwards. And unfortunately, you don't see a lot of that in baseball so much. There's a breaking ball down low, and the count is now 2-1. Certain organizations don't have those type of philosophies. For example, the Toronto Blue Jays, they don't put much value into a closer, even at the best of times. And here it shows up this year as their bullpen is the second or third worst in all of baseball at blowing leads. If they could blow half of that many, they probably would be in a much better position. And there is a fastball. It's a jam job. It's lifted to the shortstop, Seager. He camps out underneath it. He's going to make the grab, and that is going to retire Austin Riley for the first out. So a pop out to the shortstop is out number 1, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. One thing I noticed about Kenley Jansen is he's really, really over the top. Really, really over the top, but he doesn't seem to get the downward tilt, at least to the first batter Riley, that I would have expected. Can't say that I watch the Dodgers tightly. I do like the Dodgers to watch how they play. Find them entertaining. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And d'Arnaud is now in the hole 0-1. d'Arnaud tonight is 1 for 3. He hit a ball right to the warning track that Mookie Betts took away for a home run. It was a great play. He doubled and knocked home Austin Riley in the 4th, and there is a fastball down in the dirt. The count is 1-1. And he flew out to center field in the 6th inning, so officially he is 1 for 3. Like father, like son says he's a diehard Braves fan. Luke Jackson came in with his steady diet of breaking balls tonight, couldn't throw for strikes, and then he threw his fastball, and he was able to get ahead. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 1-2 to d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud will be followed by the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul just to the first base side of home plate. And we're going to do this 1-2 pitch all over again. Appreciate everybody being here tonight and checking in on the channel. It's been a lot of viewers have popped in. Here's the fastball swung on, and it's fouled away, this time straight back, and the count still remains at 1-2 strikes. As we mentioned, tomorrow night we will be back on the air again, same time, same place. We're going to call the final game of this 3-game trilogy. If the Dodgers can win here, then they'll be looking to sweep the Braves tomorrow night. So come on back around, and hopefully we can enjoy the action again with us. So 1-2 strikes to d'Arnaud. Jansen comes set at the chest. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And Travis d'Arnaud has gone down on strikes for out number 2 here in the 9th inning. And that's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Once this game is complete, we are going to go for a little round trip of the scores from around Major League Baseball to close off our stream tonight. We'll give you all up to date. There's only one other game that is currently going on. It is nothing between the Astros and the Mariners. It's in the bottom of the 8th inning in Seattle. So Dodger fans are getting on their feet. And the pitch from Jansen to Swanson is a breaking ball taken for a ball 1. 1-0 to Swanson. Braves are looking for a base runner any way they can get one on. Here comes the 1-0 to Swanson. Jansen delivers. It's a fastball swung on, fouled away over on the first base side. The count is even at 1-1. Even though Kenley Jansen has somewhat been maligned over the last couple of years, you do have to tip your hat to him. He's been one of the most consistent closers in baseball for the last 7-8 years. There really aren't too many other pitchers in the game that can say that. So here we go. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is now 1-2 to Swanson. The crowd is all on their feet now. I don't think there's anybody left seated, except for 1 or 2 in the front row who want to get out of their seats. So Swanson digs himself in. It's 1-2 strikes. Jansen gets the sign from his catcher, Smith. He comes set at the chest. He kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to do it. And the final score from Chavez Ravine is the Los Angeles Dodgers 3, the Atlanta Braves 2. And that is going to do it for tonight. We are going to wrap this up. We want to, first of all, thank everybody for being here. We really appreciate you guys coming to listen in. We'll be back again on the air tomorrow for the Battle of the Maxes, Max Fried and Max Scherzer. So hopefully you can all come on back in and check it out. That'll be approximately 7 o'clock Pacific time if you're on the west coast of the United States and Canada, or it'll be 10 o'clock on the east coast. So hopefully we will be able to see you. It'll be an attempt for the sweep. I'm going to give everybody the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll go over the scores, and then we'll call it a night. So thanks again for those of you who are listening in. We've got a completion of a game from April 11th. The New York Mets knocked off the Marlins today 6-5. And that was Jersey Familia gets the win. Floro takes the loss for the Mets. Other scores from around the National League: the Philadelphia Phillies knocked off the Washington Nationals 12-6. Falter gets the win for the Phillies. He's 2-0. Patrick Corbin takes the loss. He drops to 7-14 on the season. The Marlins and Mets in the second game of that make-up doubleheader. The Mets won 3-1. Aaron Loop in relief gets the win. He's 4-0. Cabrera takes the loss for the Marlins. He drops to 0-1. Sugar Edwin Diaz picks up his 27th save of the season. In other action from the National League, the Padres had a no-hitter from Blake Snell going into the 8th inning. They blanked the Diamondbacks 3-0. Snells goes to 7-5 on the season. Zach Gallen falls to 2-8. Melanson picks up his 36th save. It is a final from San Francisco. The Giants have lost to the Brewers 6-2. And it was Woodruff getting the 9th win of the season. He's 9-7. Johnny Cueto takes the loss. He goes to 500 at 7-7. And with the win tonight, the Dodgers at 84-49 are a half game back of the Giants. Blake Trinan gets the win in relief. He's 5-5. Matzik takes the loss. He's 0-4. Jansen grabs his 30th save of the season. Scores from around the American League. Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners were 0-0 in the bottom of the 8th. The Mariners are threatening to get the bases loaded and 1 out. Also in the American League, the Baltimore Orioles knocked off the Toronto Blue Jays. Keegan Aiken gets his 2nd win of the year. He's 2-8. Hyunjin Ryu is now 12-8. He takes the loss. Sulcer gets the save for the Orioles. That's his 6th. Tampa Bay Rays behind the pitching of Ryan Yarbrough. He goes to 8-4. Knocked off the Red Sox tonight, 8-5. Peacock takes the loss for the Sox. Kittredge gets his 5th save of the year for the Tampa Bay Rays. Other American League scores: the Indians waltzed into Kansas City and beat the Royals 7-2. Zach Plesac goes to 9-4 on the year. Jacob Junis is 2-4. He took the loss for the Royals. The Los Angeles Angels knocked off the New York Yankees 6-4 tonight. Herget gets the win. Jameson Taillon takes the loss, and Raciel Iglesias gets his 29th save. It was 6-4 for the Angels. And now we'll skip back and look at interleague play. There were a few interleague games around the league tonight. The Texas Rangers, on the pitching of Jordan Lyles, gets the win. They beat the Rockies 4-3. Gomber takes the loss, and Spencer Patton, who spent some time over in Japan, gets his 2nd save of the season. Chicago Cubs knocked off the Minnesota Twins 3-1. Rodriguez gets the win. Gant the loss. Rowan Wick got his 1st save of the season. Rowan Wick back in action. The Pittsburgh Pirates fell 4-2 to the Chicago White Sox. Michael Kopech gets the win. He's 4-2. Bryce Wilson takes the loss. He's 2-6. And Liam Hendricks gets his 30th save of the season. And that will do it for our out-of-town scoreboard. The only other game was the Cardinals and the Reds. Rained out. They'll make that up as part of a doubleheader tomorrow. All right, everybody. Once again, we appreciate y'all stopping in and listening. Thanks again. We will be back tomorrow with the call of the Braves and the Dodgers. Remember, 7 o'clock Pacific or 10 Eastern. Thanks again for listening in. Have yourself a great night. We'll see you guys again later. We'll close it out with another one from our friend Matt Hollis, and then we'll shut her down from there.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game. And if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for listening tonight. That was Matt Hollis signing us off. 3-2 Dodgers over the Braves. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Have a great night. It's been another Last Rouse Baseball video production Join us again later.